Tina Teifer, Right to Life of Michigan's Director of Multicultural Outreach. Thanks for listening to our 4th show in a series that we're doing for Black History Month. This one's called Love Them Both. The goal of this series is to share information and raise awareness about abortion in the Black community to make a positive difference and spark further conversations. I am joined right now by Crystal McDaniel. Crystal says that being born and raised in Detroit has presented her with a unique perspective on life. She appreciates the joys of life even more because of the sorrow, the struggle, and despair she witnessed as a young letter carrier on Detroit's East Side. Crystal is a wife, a mother, and nana to 6 grandsons. I am so jealous, Crystal. She's currently serving as the chairman of the board of directors for the Detroit Pregnancy Test and Help Center. Crystal's committed to promoting the Christ-centered approach to dealing with crisis pregnancies. Thank you again, Crystal, for being here.
It is indeed a pleasure. I am so grateful for the opportunity.
And you did jump at the chance when I invited you, and I appreciate that. You're so dedicated to everything pro-life and to the center. And I just wanted to know, can you tell us why you're so pro-life?
That's an excellent question. Why am I so pro-life? I had the opportunity to join my pastor and his wife as they facilitated a seminar on inner healing. Now, during the course of their presentation, there was also a presentation done by Pastor Claude May about his work in pro-life and the fact that he was trying to pull something together within the city of Detroit to kind of get this word out there. And the statistics that he presented concerning abortion, and I was overwhelmed with that presentation. So it just so happened that it was an inner healing type of seminar. And there was some inner healing that I needed to do concerning this issue. As a 16-year-old, I thought that was my only option. And it just so happened that the facility that I went to as a young letter carrier, I had to deliver to that very same building. And I never quite dealt with the impact when I came to the realization, when I got serious about my commitment to being a Christian, and I came to the realization of what I'd done, I never really reconciled all of that. So some 30 years later, when I'm 30 to 40 years later, when I'm at this inner healing webinar, and we were talking about this very subject, and I just was overwhelmed with sorrow and regret. And when I thought about the implications that there wasn't really anyone to stop me, to make me stop and think. And I thought about the years of, why do I feel like I don't deserve things? What is going on in my mind that makes me almost self-destruct? And I never, ever, ever tied the two together until that day, hearing that presentation. And at that point, I was able to reconcile it. And I understood how powerful those moments when a young person is trying to make that decision, how powerful those moments. There is another way. There is some more considerations. And even additionally, there's a healing that needs to take place. Even if that is your decision, there's a healing that needs to take place so that you don't wind up in that same position again, to just keep putting out that shameful act and not really understanding the ramifications of what you're doing. And I want to be able to do that for young ladies. There's no way in the world that I want to see another young woman endure 30, 40 years of shame and 30 and 40 years of regret because of the decision to end the life of their child. So that's why I am pro-life.
It takes things that negatively influence you so much to turn it positive. So we really thank you for that. And thanks for sharing
the
that.
opportunity. Grateful for the opportunity.
So Gloria joining us now. Gloria, okay.
Hi.
Hi. Gloria Krishnan at St. Augustine answered the phone at the Image of God Pregnancy Center 10 years ago, knowing what she was getting into. And then after Deacon Joe resigned for, she accepted the position. And now she is director of that center. And she says it's been a learning and growing experience. And she's proud of the work that they do at the center. So Gloria, I just was talking to Crystal about why she's pro-life. We know how pro-life you are. So could you just tell us a little bit about why?
Sure. Thank you for asking me. First of all, not only do I want to counsel women choose life and not abort their baby, but give them a way to be able to take care and provide for their baby. They don't have to end the life. There is a way to have your baby and provide for it and get the necessary means to take care of your baby. And educate her and provide education materials, means of counseling to help with any kind of personal problems as well as material problems. So I'm proud to join this.
So you just want to help, pure and simple, right?
Pure and simple.
All right, thank you. So now I want to explain what I'm doing here during Black History Month on this live stream. I work for an amazing organization, Right to Life of Michigan. Identified the need to reach out to the Black community over 20 years ago, and they created the Multicultural Outreach Department. So we all know that there's a disparity in the number within the Black community. So even today, Black women who make up only 13% of the population in Michigan, they have over 50% of the abortions. So that's a big problem that we need to address. And so I'm here on behalf of Right to Life in Michigan because we care about the lives of all babies and all their families. And so our way that we care is by awarding grants to the Pregnancy Resource Center, one of the concrete ways. The resource center is operating in the Metro Detroit area. The Pregnancy Services Grant Program began in 2017, and we granted 4 centers that year, and then we have grown to be able to grant 10 centers this year. The title we chose for this conversation is Love Them Both. We're talking about the mother and the child in an unplanned pregnancy. People who are pro-life are often accused of only caring that the baby's born and that's it. Then we don't care anymore. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. Your centers, like our organization, really do everything possible to show love, not only to the mother and baby, but to fathers and extended families as well. Why is it important to reach out to the whole family and the whole community, really, with help and hope?
Well, I feel that it's important so they don't feel alone. They don't feel that they're in this all by themselves. It's great if they have a support person within the family, and even within the family, let them know that we're here to help them also.
Crystal?
And one of the things that I think is so critical is that there is help and there is assistance out there. So we've been connecting with some other community outreach programs that will provide them with childcare and provide them with counseling and just support the entire family. One of the things that I heard at another Right to Life seminar that I thought was astounding is just support for those who may be in those compromising positions. Just give them support so that they can heal and get better and get on the path to wholeness, so that, again, they don't wind up in that same situation. But generally, a crisis pregnancy, one that's unplanned and does not have to result in an abortion. If worst comes to worst, we can give the baby up for adoption. There's just so many things that can be done other than abortion that will support both the mother and the child. We are making partnerships all across the city of Detroit to make sure that we stay true to that pledge of support.
There really is so much help and so many resources out there. Gloria, can you give me some examples of how your center serves more than just the preborn baby? What else happens there?
Sure. Well, first of all, besides material support, we give, as I mentioned earlier, education. We have several DVD parenting classes, not only during the pregnancy itself, but also problems that may develop, like first aid for babies, colicky babies, shaken baby syndrome. And the ladies that do come, the mothers that do come, if they bring a support person, especially the fathers enjoy these classes a lot more than the mothers. They get a big kick out of these classes because they learn so much that they didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we provide a scholarship program through the Red Cross to provide work, nurse's aid for anyone interested in getting a job. One father, although it wasn't a nurse's aid, but we did, through reaching out to the community, help him get a job. He was raising his baby by himself. So we not only support women, but we support men too. We've had not a lot, but we've had several males who are raising babies by themselves. So they really appreciate us.
Oh, that's awesome. Crystal, do you have some stories like that?
Oh my goodness, if only. We've participated in some safe sleep classes when our executive director was part of our group. We just, with whoever comes to us with whatever type of need that they have, our board of directors would generally get right on it. We've had people come to us who need help getting insurance. And so we've got a young lady that sits on our board that is able to help them through that process. Any material goods, because we were once a fledgling ministry of a church, we still have people that are part of Oasis Christian Church that donate items to us that we as the center can't necessarily use, but we find other outlets for those items as well. So nothing is wasted.
Very good. So when a young woman finds herself pregnant, one of the reasons she might be considering abortion is because she's thinking, okay, well, here's a clinic and here's a pregnancy center, and okay, I could go into either one. But really, you think that maybe she thinks the pregnancy center might only help her, for those 9 months, and that's it. Is that where the care stops? If she does choose to come to you for help after she has her baby, what happens then, that relationship?
Not for us. We want to continue to provide the needs of the mother. The clients that come to our center, they can come even after they have their babies. They continue to come and see us up until the child is 2 years old. And we have wonderful social work, volunteer social workers to help provide any personal distress needs for our clients. So they continue, we develop a relationship with our clients that does not terminate after the mother has her baby.
That's amazing. So at Right to Life of Michigan, we are not in the business of helping with pregnancies the way that you are, but what we do is connect resources. And because of those thoughts that a woman has about, well, what am I going to do after the baby's born? We created a called Help in the Deep. Connects those with other resources, such as childcare, material assistance, health care, dental care, counseling, all types of things. And so we understand that all those things are necessary for taking care of not just the baby, but the mother and the whole rest of the family. And I understand, Crystal, that's one of the main things that your center is able to do at this time, because you're searching still for a director full-time, but you're still there, and you are down the street, as a matter of fact, from an abortion clinic. Is that right?
That is correct. Walking distance, less than, I want to say less than 50 feet. So if it were a football field, less than center of the football field. Yeah, less than 50 feet from us is the Summit Medical Center, which I don't know the statistics, but they're pretty active. When the pandemic first hit, we were concerned because they weren't stopping business, and we had to have, everything was supposed to be shut down, but it seemed like they were very active. So we committed to make sure that we would stay viable as best we could, and make sure that if anyone contacted us, that we would make sure we called them back or make sure we touch back with them. So even to the point that we were remotely answering the phone, basically checking the messages to make sure that we followed up with those women who may have needed our help. So still offering those free pregnancy tests, offering referrals, offering the counseling referrals. So we're going to keep at it, because we feel that this particular subject has not gotten its just audience just yet. So we're going to keep at it.
That's true. And I will say that having been on that street in front of those two buildings, that Detroit Pregnancy Test and Help is so welcoming. It's like a family in there. Every time I've been in there, I think I've met your grandsons and other members of your family, and we've just been so welcomed, and it's warm and it's positive, and just even the outside of that other building is it's just terrifying. So I just want to commend you on just the homey feeling and the feeling inside of your building, and the work that you guys have done, and the welcoming people in there. So we know that there's more than just Gloria, Crystal, myself. Right to Life of Michigan is an organization made up of thousands of donors and volunteers and affiliates, and just so many people that we call the pro-life community or the pro-life movement. And every single one of them cares about women, babies, families. I know it's the same with your centers. There are people backing you up, donating material things, giving money, volunteering their time, counseling women. Can you tell me about some of these special people that help?
Oh, be glad to, because we really appreciate it. We couldn't afford a third of stuff that's in our baby boutique. So we really appreciate the donations we get, monetary donations as well as material donations. And we have about 3 churches that regularly have baby showers for us and provide diapers, wipes, clothes, whatever, to donate so that we can continue to provide for clients. Uh, Due to the pandemic, we usually have a banquet once a year to as a fundraiser. And due to the pandemic, we weren't able to do that this year. So we sent out donation letters to the people that regularly donate money to us at the banquet. So we did that to help get some money into the centers. And you mentioned, about other pregnancy centers. We started out as just one center on the east side of Detroit, but through us and through the previous director, Deacon Joe, we were able to open up 3 other pregnancy centers in the surrounding area, Southwest, West Side, and Warren. So we're going. And we continue to get, I was afraid because of the pandemic that we wouldn't get the donations that we normally get. And in fact, it's just the opposite. It's been so warming, not only churches, but a few individual families would drop off donations to us. Places that we've never heard of before. So it's just the opposite. We're just getting constantly calls. Do we need anything? Do we want anything? So it's been wonderful.
That's great.
All right. So the people that support the Detroit Pregnancy Test and Health Center, in addition to our wonderful partners at Right to Life, we are so grateful for you all for the last, if I'm not mistaken, last 3 years. Your donations have helped us get our computers up and running. You've helped us get storage for our area, for the office there. And you help pay our website fees for a year. We have been also supported by some churches. We have some donors from out of state. We have CareNet that regularly donates for us too. And the Lord has blessed it so much that during a pandemic, as Gloria was saying, during the pandemic, we were worried, we were concerned. We trusted God, but we were worried and concerned. And we are okay. We've been able to take care of the rent each month during a pandemic when we couldn't do our usual fundraising activities. So indeed, that gives us the courage and the confidence to just keep going, knowing that we're on the right side of this issue. And it's been remarkable. The support has been remarkable and so greatly appreciated.
Yeah, thanks, Crystal, and especially for reminding me about Right to Life, because like you said, through their grants, we have upgraded our computer system. We got new furniture for our classroom. So we are also grateful for Right to Life for what they do for us also.
Thank you. Thanks, ladies, for sharing that. So we had a comment while we were talking. Someone wanted to know how can they help. So I'm going to let you tell how that they can help your individual centers, and then I will give some more information about Right to Life of Michigan.
Okay. We are always running low on basic baby items, toiletry, shampoo, baby. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Diapers, wipes, baby clothes.
Let's give Crystal a chance to tell us how we can get in touch with her center, and we'll come back to Gloria.
Oh, Gloria, I'm so sorry. Well, as Gloria said, now right now on hand, we do have diapers, and we want to make sure that we give those out to the ladies who come in, but we also have a supply at the church. So right now we're good with diapers, and we'll probably put on our website the next time we need to do a big drive for that. My biggest need, my biggest ask is for someone who is passionate about this movement, this platform, who's passionate about it, who is willing to take on a leadership role for the day-to-day operations for the center. That is my biggest need right now. It has been phenomenal to be able to still have things on hand, items on hand. We've been giving out material goods to young mothers with multiple children, multiple family members, and we still have some clothes on hand, but we've got things on hand. I need someone who is committed, who is prayerful, who is powerful to sit at the helm of our center so we can expand some things. So we as a board can start working on some future planning things as opposed to the day-to-day operations. So if you know of anyone who has a passion for this, and it has to be a passion because times get hard, times get difficult. So anyone that has a passion for this, please reach out to the Detroit Pregnancy Test and Help Center. Our website is D as in dog, P as in pregnancy, T as in test, H as in help, C as in center, DPTHC.org, organization. So if they reach out to us on the contact us on our website, we can get them the information they need if they are interested in being a leader for that center.
Very good. Thank you. Gloria, how can we get in touch to donate to your center? Do you have a website, a phone number?
Phone number that I would be happy to give out, and is 313-923-8018. And they give us a call anytime, and I'll be able to answer their questions and let them know how they can help.
Thank you. And Right to Life of Michigan, if you want to help through donating to us, you can go to our website, which is RTL, as in righttolife.org. And when you're there, you will find all kinds of resources. We have so many help services available there. You can find a pregnancy center near you. You can find all kinds of information to educate others that you know. As I mentioned before, we have a website called helpinthebee.org, where you can find resources for things besides pregnancy. And as we started this conversation with talking about post-abortive problems and stresses on life, you can also find resources that will help if you are in that situation. There's always forgiveness and there's always love after having had an abortion. So go to our website and you can find resources there for that. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate you talking with me tonight. Appreciate everything that you do and that all your volunteers do.
Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed this conversation with you ladies.
We enjoyed it.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. We just want to make sure that ladies understand, young women understand. Yes, we are here to help. We are here to help. This is safe. This is safe ground. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tina and Jennifer, for the work that you are doing and for the outreach. It is so greatly appreciated, so greatly needed.
Thank you. Thanks, Crystal. Thank you, Gloria. Have a good night.
You too.
You too.